This video ISTO represent ancient residential Chinese architecture, 四合院 in northern China. 四合院, Si means east, southwest, north, four side. He means enclosure, while Yuan means a yard, defined as quadrangle, is one of the traditional courtyards building in China. 四合院 construction is always symmetrical. The main house is on the central north-south axis, and the less important structures are positioned on the west and east sides. A 四合院 will contain 3 courtyards, while smaller versions might have only 1 courtyard and larger versions might have as many as 5 courtyards. The history of 四合院 architecture can trace back to more than 3,000 years ago, during the Western Zhou dynasty. It is now historical remains located at Fengchu village, Kishan, Shaanxi, known as the earliest and completed 四合院 building in China. The composition and size of 四合院 are the basic patterns for residence, the palace, and the temple. There are a few different size and layout compositions of 四合院, such as 1 entrance courtyard, 2 entrance courtyard, 3 entrance courtyard, 4 entrance courtyard, and 5 entrance courtyard as shown. The main structure is the axis, while the secondary structures, which are the 2 wings room, are positioned on 2 sides of 四合院 to maintain overall bilateral symmetry. Enclosure. There are 2 forms of enclosed space, which are an open courtyard and a sky well. Hierarchy. The hierarchy of 四合院 is having a strict placement of building arrangements. Single story. The traditional 四合院 was only constructed with a single story. 四合院 is for living purposes with a courtyard in the middle and is a traditional Chinese building that can accommodate around 3 to 4 generations of families. The typical layout is the 3 entrances courtyard. It consists of several components with different functions as shown. 四合院 not only serves the domestic purpose, however, the layout can also be seen in Forbidden City, where it is shown as the largest 四合院 complex in the layout of Forbidden City. Besides, the 四合院 layout was also used in the layout of the temple. A courtyard layout can be seen in the temple. The road concept was applied in Forbidden City. The construction of 四合院 is made up of wood, as they believed wood is a living material that could breathe and transfer energy through the home. Foundation. Part of the foundation, which is the pillar base, will be exposed from the ground. Hua. The foundation of 四合院 will be constructed by pounded earth, and the earth will be used to construct the walls, as well as earth can be shaped and made into bricks. The walls are now constructed with gray clay brick. Lattice. The lattice work is made of non-mu wood, as it is easier for carving. Mortise and tenon joints. It is strong and resistant to earthquakes. Roof. The wood was used to construct the frame of the house to support the roof. The roof structure was constructed with a purlin, rafter, and fang. The purlin will be placed orthogonally on beams and columns to support the rafter. 四合院 in northern China will mostly be using hard peak roof 硬山顶. It is hard can be found in the building of royal, as it's only used for the status below 6th rank officials, 六品官, and normal citizens. As the weather in northern China has low raining levels and strong wind, the function behind this hard peak roof was to prevent strong wind and fire, as the rooms and buildings were all placed closer to one another, which will cause fire hazards. Architectural evolution. The earliest 四合院 was founded in Shang and Zhou dynasties, which was 3,000 years ago. Roof tiles constructed during Western Zhou dynasty. Han dynasty. 四合院 during Han dynasty, with a watchtower in the private courtyard. However, during the Han dynasty, the layout and positioning of the building were neat. The main entrance will be placed more toward the west, and there was a watching tower on the east side. Tang dynasty. During the Tang dynasty, the front courtyard was narrow while the main courtyard was square. 三合院 and 四合院 made use of the land in a rural area. They were building houses surrounding it. 四合院 during Song dynasty, veranda that formed the shape of gong. This kind of layout was also implemented among Si Yuan residents during Yuan dynasty. Ming and Qing. 四合院 during Ming and Qing dynasties were much more mature. The Beijing 四合院 was built during Ming dynasty. It had the similar features to 四合院 during Yuan dynasty, and after shaping by these 2 dynasties, the unique form of Beijing 四合院 was formed. Current era. Nowadays, the value of 四合院 is debatable, as the demand for living standards has improved. The requirement of a living environment in 四合院 will be modernized and improved to accommodate the current basic needs of people. Religious influence on architecture, feng shui. Surrounded by mountains and water. Ideal placement to have passive ventilation to get in 四合院. Confucianism and Taoism. 四 is defined as 4 directions of the world, which is south and north, east and west, while he is defined as the environment and Yuan is defined as the garden, which is all influenced by Confucianism and Taoism. Yin and Yang. The evening rain had the yin properties that bring comfort and peace, while sunlight had yang properties that bring good luck and success. As the courtyard is an open space in Siheyuan and exposed to sunlight and rain, both yin and yang energies are to balance up each other. Sitting north, facing south. Due to the geographical location and climate factor, facing to the south allows the Siheyuan to receive sufficient sunlighting. Thus, the ancient Chinese people were respecting the south, so the people who had the power would sit in the north and face to south. Qi Fu. In Feng Shui, the qi is energy that shows the possibility of positive and negative effects. Ba Gua. According to Zhou Yi, Shuo Guzhuan stated that a circle is symbolizing unpredictable changes in the sky, while the square is symbolizing everything on the ground has its own shape. Thus, it also explained the reason for the square layout of Siheyuan. Furthermore, the main gate of Siheyuan, which is positioned at northeast, not in the middle, to achieve symmetry as in the Ba Gua direction, shows that the main gate